Hola, Maria.
Hola. I have a 4-year-old Boston Terrier. He's an indoor dog. He is very obedient when you're going to walk him without a leash. Once he has the leash on, he just goes completely berserk, jumping, reaching up for that leash until he overexerts himself. He will then allow you to walk him with the leash.
All right, Maria, so give us, that's him. What do you do?
Well,
give us an outlook to your inner self.
Well, between my husband and myself, we scold him, we tell him stop, we've done the thing, and he still comes to the little, still jumping over the leash and jumping to it, and like when we take him to the vet thinks it's very cute. The technicians think, oh, look how cute he's doing that. But he's uncontrollable with the leash.
Yeah, well, obviously the problem is at home, not at the vet. The vet...
Yeah. And he goes outside, he does a lot of exercise, he does a lot of running around, he loves sunbathing. He's an inside dog, but he also has his outside world. It's just being controlled with a leash.
Well, the leash obviously has he has learned that the leash represents something exciting. And as you mentioned, in my dog off the leash is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So obviously it's something that you're doing when you're getting into the leash activity. That's what I wanted, that's what I asked. So give us an insight of your thinking while you're going towards the leash.
Well,
what do you do?
Well, when I approach the leash, he's got his own room, as you mentioned how some of us are. The dog does have his own room in our home. He has his nightstand, so he knows that when we approach his nightstand that we're reaching over for his leash because he's always wearing a collar. So he knows that we're going towards the leash. He even has a leash in the living rooms end tables. So he knows where the leashes are, and he knows when we're approaching those tables that he's going to be taken out and that he's being taken out beyond the yard.
Maria, may I ask you a personal thing?
Yes, sir.
Children? Do you have children?
Yes, I have two, a 29 and a 27.
Also, they're
grown, and they're away from home.
So he is?
That's our son. His name is Ojitos.
I did talk about dog psychology for a while. It's a concept, it's a concept. I mean, I'm very respectful of you, I'm very respectful of everybody that sees the relationship this way, but this is an outcome. Because you, in a way, consciously or unconsciously, you see him as a human, you practice human psychology. So when you want him to calm down, he can't really listen to you because he's being a dog who's excited, Boston Terrier. What's his name?
Ojitos.
Ojitos. Eyes.
He's got a blue and a brown eye.
Yeah. Bonito, Ojitos.
And now we have his son, and his son is named Guapo.
Guapo. And how's he walk?
He's just like what you did. And he's 5 months old.
That's right. Well, he's going to embrace that because, the more you say that, the more you give that, right? So, this is if you don't mind to see it this way, if you want to really embrace the whole connection, the fulfillment part. He is Ojitos, Boston Terrier, your son, and this part doesn't exist. But in reality, when you go to a vet's office, he's an animal, canine, Boston Terrier, Ojitos. So to actually help him to really embrace himself and embrace what you're giving him, is we have to see the energy there, energy of you. Because when you come from Ojitos, Ojitos means excitement and emotions. Right? And Ojitos, if your dog meets a cat, the cat is, what's your name, Ojitos? You know what I mean? They're not going to relate to you. What does that mean? So in the animal world, they're not going to speak to each other based on name. They're going to speak to each other based on energy. Yeah, are you with me? So that's what I want you to pay attention to. What is your energy before you actually go towards the leash? If you're trying to practice compensative energy after you practice an emotional, excited energy, it's not, I don't see it possible, that a dog will ever believe that the human is in a compensative, even though you do it, See, that thing, and the whole thing is not working because the way you address from the beginning. So when I meet a dog for the first time, when I meet Ojito, let's say I meet Ojitos for the first time, first thing, nose. Second thing, energy. So if Ojitos comes and smells me, no problem. But if Ojitos put his 2 feet on my leg, I tell him, not yet. And then he goes into a relaxed state. Then I nurture them. Then I bring the leash right away. So right away I'm going to tell him that I'm going to be a source of calm, assertive energy before I'm a source of excited, emotional energy. 4 worlds. Instinctual world, intellectual world, emotional world, spiritual world. My clients, very intelligent people, very emotional people, spiritual people. But they can't really tell a dog what to do. So what we have to do is teach them common sense.